happening, folks? Welcome back to another video. It's been a while. We haven't done any updates on many things really. We've had a lot going on during the summer. We have just finished the Maxpower reunion 2025. What a show. Now this video is going to be something a little different. We're going to show you around our little Tikes build. I say ours, I think it was more my son Max's than anybody. I may have had a little bit of input helping him with straightening things out with a bit of filler and things like that, but generally he did the bulk of this. And let's show you what he produced. There you go. So we ended up going to the Maxpower reunion and he actually won a trophy for this. Best little Tikes build 2025. So this video is going to show you what went into this, how this turned from a normal looking cozy coupe, which looks like this. Okay, so this is what it would have looked like. Filler cap, door, even got a little lock on there so we can stop the child falling out. Got a little floor, so if your kid can't push it along themselves, we take the floor out. Your kid can push it along with the feet. Little horn. Oh, it's missing the key, this one. Wheels spin. Now you might see us repeating ourselves a lot in this video, because we have just stitched this together with sort of snippets that we've taken whilst building this car over the last few months. But let's just see what you think to this. So let's get the video going and show you how this came about. Here we go, he's gluing the arches there. Look, some cardboard arches with dowel rods with a hot glue gun to the body. There's some dodgy fiberglass, look, to cover up the petrol cap. So there you go, you can see he's put the arches in position, he's glued them with the dowel rods, and he's now started to lay the masking tape over those dowel rods. There's a couple of shots of it there just to show you exactly how it was put together. This is another project that is currently going on, sneak peek, with all the dowels in place. That's the splitter going on. And then we've obviously hot glue gunned that with some bits of GSI spoiler to bulk it out. Showing you there the masking tape once again, and the sections that are all going to be glued in there, bonded in, just to sort of bulk it out so it's less filler and more for the fiberglass matting to adhere to. And there's what the spoiler will look like eventually on the back. Just sat in position currently, no end panels made for it. That's something that obviously we do along the line. So to support the spoiler there, we've obviously got a couple of little bits of wood in position, and we are going to look at covering those with fiberglass. You look at the original roof on a cozy coupe, you've got the pillars that hold that roof up. We've actually cut those and chopped them down so they'll just slide over the pieces of wood we've got. Here's the diffuser we created, again with cardboard strips. We covered them in resin to make them solid, and then started laying the fiberglass matting over the top of them. There's the front end. You can see that spoiler's all encapsulated under that fiberglass. Very tatty. We all had to trim that down with a Dremel and scissors and whatnot to create a nice flat finish, and sand it back with a sanding disc. Still at this point we haven't done anything more with the spoiler pillars. We've started to wrap a bit of fiberglass around them, but we soon find that that was not the way forward. There's the underside of the car, just to show that we've been doing bits on there to try and strengthen that so it's all one piece and the kit's not going to come off of it. Okay, so creating the exhausts, 2 red strike cans with the holes drilled out in the centre. Then we mounted, we bonded those in with some resin just to keep them in position, just so it's got 2 big exhaust pipes on the back of the vehicle, and we will look to paint them maybe a chrome colour. There you go, we've got the top mounting points for the wheels there, from the original cozy coupe style. We've cut those out just to sort of create a smoother look, and we're going to fiberglass over them, as you can see in this picture here. Okay then, this is the little Tikes cozy coupe we've been building while the Corsa's been absent. So yeah, fill sand at the moment. We've obviously skipped through a lot of stages here we haven't been able to show you. I don't even know if I'll be able to show you anything really. So we started creating the side skirts and the arches purely out of cardboard. And you can see here we use dowel rods to simply glue gun the cardboard to the underside of the car. Then obviously once we've done that, you can see the orange tape that was run all over the surface of that. Once the tape was all on there and we'd created the rear diffuser, we started just laying fiberglass matting over it, coating it with resin. Once it had gone hard, gave it a sand, and then we've started filling on top. As you notice, it is grey. We put a light coating of grey over it so you could see a lot of the low spots. It helped with building up the next layer of filler. Interestingly, part of this, I was chopping up a Corsa GSI bumper and the pieces, Corsa GSI spoiler, and the pieces that come down either side of the back window are obviously what make up part of this front bumper. So there is bits of Corsa in there, and then there is a rear wing to go on here. That is the middle section that would go above the top of the rear window that will sit across there. We need to make some end plates up for it. I'll see if I can put an image of that up, but you'll probably see an image of it anyway during the still images that I do put up that I've taken over the course of the build. Yeah, it's just fill sand. Obviously we've filled all the cup holders that were in here originally. There was 2 cup holders there. Put these in, glassed all these in. They are literally pieces of wood, and these are old bits of A-pillar that would have come up here to hold the roof. So they've all been bonded in there. These exhausts, cut the old lights out, put some red stripe cans in there to create 2 exhausts. Here's the other side. The door's been filled in. Just trying to blend all that in. Obviously you can see where the door, if we can bring it around the other side, see where the door was. I don't know if we're going to fill that in the inside or not. It's just too much work at the moment. It's hard enough work as it is. But yeah, there you go. So full 360 of it coming along. Fill sand until we're smooth. I've just realised I've missed a whole load around there, but that's all right. We'll pick it up another day anyway. But yeah, I think it's going all right. Okay, so about the wheels quickly then. So we've got nice deep dish rims. They started out life like this. There we go, look. They used to spin round and swivel, you know, like this. And in a nutshell, this is how we constructed them. So we got these original wheels and we cut them out. Bought some cat or dog bowls, drilled a hole through the centre, and this one is very rusty, as you can see, because it was from the first evolution of this car being made. It probably got stored outside, washers went rusty inside, bin. So obviously we bought some new ones. They're about, I don't know, £1.20 each I think. Drilled the holes through, threaded bar with nuts on the end. Now obviously these ones did spin round and moved, these ones don't. So how have we done it? So we've got some copper pipe. We drilled 15mm holes through the chassis, or through the actual main body of the car, front and rear. Okay, so this is all copper pipe sat in there. We then got some threaded bar, some lengths of threaded bar, poked them through either side, and then washers and nuts to hold it all in. That gives it the lowered look, sits right on the deck, and as you can see, looks far better than what. One of the hardest things to do when filling this was getting into the corners, because we've got some quite rough fiberglass and resin edges here. So took it down to my good mate Loz at Loz's Customs, who's building the Corsa for us, and got him in there with a finger file just to sort of flatten that off. Now I can get in there with a bit of fiberglass, it's a bit smoother to be able to work with. So that's been great, fantastic, really appreciated it. Right, okay, so yeah, from the rear perspective with the wing on, there you go. Now with this, again, these were just cardboard templates cut out and just glued onto the end of the GSI spoiler, and then, you know, quite simply, there's a bit of resin just to strengthen them, and then fiberglass over, filler over the top of them, smooth them off. Still need a little bit of work, but it's taken shape. So that's that. What else can we add to this? Oh look. Spoiler alert, quite literally. That was not intended to be a pun until I said it, and then I thought, oh well, might as well go with it now. Yeah, charisma spoiler. Watch this space. No, it's not for this. So yeah, we have got a little clip actually of us commenting on how excellent our filler skills, well, not filler skills, they were more resin skills and fiberglassing skills were, because this used to be a door here, and it's been filled over. If we look inside, just here, you can see there used to be a little catch here that held the door shut, and you can see the door shut there. I don't think I'm going to delete all that, I'm just going to leave it as was. Concentrate on doing the bodywork outside the car. I don't really want to touch too much in here, it just gets too fiddly trying to work in there, and it detracts from what I'm trying to do with spending time on getting it looking fairly finished. So there you go. Yes, I'll insert that little clip of us laughing about how terribly this was filled. There was a fuel cap here, and you'll see that in the video also. Look at the fiberglassing skills on this. Look at that. We've got everything masked up in here. We're painting the seat bright white, if you can tell that. The inside of here has already been painted a nice dark grey. Finish off a few bits of sanding around here, and then the outside is ready for paint. Here we go, look, masked up, all ready to go. Then, so that is a silver coat laid down. No clues as to what colour it's actually going to go, but that is that. Everything masked up inside, wheel arches masked, boom. I don't know how well this is going to show up. I mean, I'm sure you can see how patchy that spoiler is. And then on the back side of it, I don't know if I can show you. Look, it's quite light. If I lay it back down without dropping it, yeah, like here, I've got no paint on there. No paint on there, still in primer. And then even the car, you probably won't be able to tell very well, but it is really patchy in places, so I just sort of need to put, this side's not so bad, I put quite a lot on there, but it's yeah, just needs a bit more up here, things like that. You can see a really light spot there. Here we go, this is the final product. This is the award-winning car at the Maxpower reunion. Max went up on stage with Millsy, and got an award for the best little Tikes build 2025. So I think there's a few bits we haven't mentioned in the video. We were very light on footage for this video, and that is purely because we never intended to release a video of us making this. It has been a long time being built over the years, until it was announced for the Maxpower show that there was going to be a little Tikes build off. We ordered this online. This was quite simply like an electric car for kids steering wheel. We hacked it up at the back, and the actual shaft of the steering wheel that sits down inside the dash has been glued in with some hot glue there, just to sort of give us the Mercedes-Benz steering wheel that we've got in there. I think it just looked a little bit better, a little bit nicer than the original steering wheel. This in fact is the original wheel that was going to go in, so yeah, we've just cut the shaft around here and glued that inside the wheel itself, so it obviously all clicks in and sits in position where it should do. We will look at that for something else maybe. Yeah, I don't think obviously we mentioned too much about the vinyls on it. We measured up the space at the front and the sides and whatnot, and told a local person to you know, if they could make these for us. Kerry from Kerry's Car Creations obviously did all that for us. We've got, I think we've talked about these red striped cans with the centre hollowed out painted chrome as two big cans for the back. Pepsi Max, had to be Pepsi Max, the guy who made it, Max. Got the lovely diffuser on the back there. Wide arches, big chunky side skirts, classic Pepsi logos inside and out. Didn't do anything too special with the seat, but obviously painted the one we had got, painted the inside nice and grey. Blinged the little key up, instead of it being pink it's now chrome. There we go. So I hope you like it, folks. I'd love to see other people's at the show next year, and we do have another one in the making, so we are going to launch a video hopefully with the full footage of that, step by step, as well as we can, to depict exactly what we've done with it. But until then, give it a like, give it a share, and subscribe to the channel to watch the next one. Thanks very much.